Welcome back, everybody. Today's the day we're going to start fabbing some stuff up for these turbos and get some other stuff done. So yeah, first thing we're going to do is, as you can see, we got our headers on, and I think they're bolted on pretty snug. Yes, they are. And what we're going to do is, first thing we're going to do is cut these V-bands off, and we're going to weld them back farther to give us a little bit more room. So, and I also want to even them up because at this point in the front, the motor is, everything's going to be symmetrical after this. So, but as you can see, or you might be able to tell, this one is farther forward than this one is a little bit farther back, and that's because obviously the stagger of the V. So we're going to cut them off and make them even. This one's going to get welded way back here, right where this collector stops, as far back as we can get it. This one's going to be welded a little bit farther up just to make them even. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that. I got this one shortened up and got the V-band clamp back on. So now, when we put this guy on, first of all, the plate's facing the wrong way, but that's not a big deal. But we need to extend this over this way about 2 3/4 more inches to make the turbo line up where I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this plate off the end. We're going to weld a piece of stainless steel in the middle and tack it in there and make it 2 3/4 inches longer, and hopefully it will work out because it's hard to measure and hold by yourself. All right, so pumped. So check it out. Driver's side is done. I ended up adding a little more than 2 3/4 in the middle here, so I had to cut that piece twice, and then obviously it's for the most part just tacked right now, but that is it, and it is pretty smooth. Looks pretty straight. Everything looks pretty nice. I'm happy with it. You can see there's no jack stand, and our turbo is chilling right there. We also have obviously some play up and down here just by spinning the V-band. So yeah, I mean, I got everything pretty centered up. I mean, these fenders are obviously floppy right now, but I can tell where the center of the grill is by looking at this center rung here and how it lines up with the middle. So it's pretty good right now, and this is about center of this opening from here to here. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, and I think it looks sweet. So I kind of clocked it a little bit. Obviously, I think it's going to get clocked a little more that way, depending on how we do our intercooler / if we do an intercooler. I'm still unsure about that. But yeah, there's one side. All we got to do is make our dump now, but I actually don't have this flange to put on the end of the turbo, so we can't exactly make that yet. But tomorrow's project is going to be this side. We're going to go ahead and cut that one just like we did this side, move everything, hack everything up, blah blah blah. This side's going to be pretty similar. Because when we cut this one, and once we cut this one, so if you notice on that one there's a bigger gap right here. We're going to cut this one way back here. That's what I did. I laid something flat across here, and I measured from here to the front on both sides so that these will be even. So the headers are going to be a little bit different size, but when we put the V-band piece on here and we put that 90 on, it should end up the same distance away from the front of the truck as that one is. So it should be pretty much a mirror image. The only thing that'll be a little bit different is this motor is centered, so it should be really close, but the distance this way might just be a little bit different. But not a big deal. So yeah, we're going to start doing that, but it's pretty late now, so it'll probably be the same video, but we're going to start that on the next day. And yeah. Alright guys, we're back. It's the next day, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I did to the driver's side to the passenger side. So I'm just going to time lapse this one and maybe put some captions or something. I don't know. Alright, so that took significantly less time than the last one, obviously, because I kind of knew what I was doing. Basically, the piece of pipe pretty much turned out exactly the same. I wasn't really thinking, though, that obviously these aren't mirrored turbos, so the pipe looks a little different, but I'm not really too upset about it. As you can see, turbo's in the same spot. So we got that one right there. It's pretty much dead center of the outer headlight. And then obviously we got this one pretty much dead center of the outer headlight. And then that's the one we did last time. And there's the one we did now. So obviously you can see it's again, it's not mirrored. So this pipe has to kind of go down a little bit more to make it line up the way that I want it. But I'm okay with that. Let's take a look from over here. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's not like perfectly symmetrical, but you know, there's not really much way I can get it perfectly symmetrical unless I get mirrored turbos, which are expensive. So plus if I have mirrored turbos, then I'm not as I don't have as many options when I go to switch turbos, obviously, because not everybody makes mirrored turbos in every sizes. So yeah, I'm okay with it. Looks good from the outside. That's all I really care about. So I'm done with that for right now. I'm going to take this grill off before I break any more of it. It's already completely toast. I also have some bad news. I apparently don't have my dashboard anymore. I don't know what happened to it. It was years ago when I took this truck apart. I had a lot of the pieces stored in a shed, and the dash was not one of them. I also don't have the door cards, which I'm not too upset about. But yeah, I guess we're not going to be using the stock dash. So I'm not super upset about it. It would have looked cool, I think, to have that dashboard in there, but you know, it's whatever. So I am done on these for right now. I'm going to take the grill off, get that all out of the way, maybe cut some more metal out of the way, and then I'm going to go get some bolts to bolt the doors back on, and possibly the fenders, and I don't know, figure out what I'm going to do next. I'm not really sure.